Get ready for Rugby Fever, where young talents from all over come to showcase their skills in the ultimate school showdown. Meet the future field heroes of rugby. Experience the thrill of every try time. Feel the power of epic tackles. Chase the school glory with every match. Cheer for your school. Get ready to watch epic rugby battle and witness the rise of future champs. The excitement is contagious. Catch the action here. Welcome to the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024, where legends begin.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Zahira College Rugby grounds here in Maradana as we prepare to start this encounter between Royal College and Zahira College. Conditions here are wonderful at the Zahira grounds, both teams going through their respective warm-up routines, and we can look forward to a really interesting encounter between two teams that probably come into this game with contrasting fortunes. As you can see, the minaret of the Zahira College mosque at the background. Zahira College making vast strides in A-Division rugby over the last couple of years. As we can see, the Zahira College outfit going through their warm-up routines. Conditions are really good here at Maradana. The weather gods have been kind to both teams. The rains have kept away. The underground conditions are in immaculate state, and we can expect that any team that wants to throw the ball around will definitely get their money's worth. So as you can see, Coach Shamli Nawaz putting his chargers through their warm-up routines. Zahira College have had a bit of a tough time in their first two encounters, going down into closely contested games. And this is the weather forecast for today. Maximum temperature of 32 Celsius. The wind is rather static. I don't think it'll be a very big issue in today's game. The conditions are mostly cloudy, but it's not heavy clouds, so I don't think we need to worry too much about there being any rain today, which augurs well for a very interesting encounter between these two teams. So these are the results from week 2 of segment A. St. Peter's notching up another comprehensive victory against Kingswood, 46 points to 3. The Thomians hosting St. Anthony's up in Mount Lavinia, managing to get a close 24 points to 17 victory. DS Senanayaka causing an upset of sorts, overcoming Trinity 14 points to 10 at Havelock Park. And of course Zahira College, one of the teams that you will be seeing today, going down in a closely contested affair against the Josephians. Wesley continued to pile on the misery for Thurston, 70 points to 3. Dharmaraja notching up a comfortable victory, 32 points to 12 against the new entrant Sri Sumangala. Isipatana in a hard-fought victory, 19 points to 9 over Science College. And of course Royal up in Nittavala grinding out a rather convincing 25 points to 10 victory to round out week 2 of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. So the points of Group A as it stands, DS Senanayaka notching up 3 victories from 3. Yesterday getting the better of the Anthonians. Isipatana in second place, followed by Trinity, Science, Dharmaraja, St. Thomas's, St. Anthony's and newcomers Sumangala rounding up that group. It's yet very early stages of this league and a long way to go, but Isipatana and DS definitely look the two form teams thus far in this group. And this is the other group, Royal and St. Peter's notching up a couple of victories, as well as with the Wesley as well, remaining unbeaten. Vidyartha just going down in that one game against Royal, but again were quite impressive in their victory yesterday up in Nittavala. It was against their hometown rivals Kingswood. St. Joseph's 1 win and 1 loss. Zahira yet to notch up a win, as well as the other two teams in this group, Kingswood as well as Thurston. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll go in for a commercial break and we'll see you on the other side.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Radials. The road is yours.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Hot and spicy fun vibe with the karanda. Beat the remake karanda tavinna. Hada with the bawala yanna give me a fashion karanda. Fun turana kottumi kikki kolenna. Creama kottumi fun tamai.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැමසිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ, ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chill වෙන්න lemon. නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
Vibe account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
අප්පා හරියට waterproof කරේ නැත්නම් ටයිල් වල සල්ලි ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ගිය සල්ලි සේරම වතුරේ.
ඉහළ ටෙන්සයිල් ඇඩිෂන් සහ ක්‍රැක් බ්‍රිජින් හැකියාව සමගින් ඔබේ නිවාස සියලු ජලකාන්දු වලින් ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer. ජලකාන්දුවට තිත.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Welcome back to the Zahira Rugby ground here as we get ready for week 3 of the Dialog Rugby League. Wonderful conditions here at the Zahira College ground. Both teams yet going through their warm-up routines. They're almost done and just putting the finishing touches with the coaches giving out a few final words of encouragement. So this is how the week 3 of the Dialog season has gone thus far. Yesterday there were a couple of games. DSN and Aika getting the better of the Anthonians at Havelock Park, and Vidyartha notching up a comfortable 50 points to 13 victory over their hometown rivals Kingswood. So the games for today, Isipatana will be taking on Dharmaraja, St. Peter's will be taking on Wesley in Bambarapitia, St. Joseph's will be up against Thurston. This is the game that you'll be seeing today between Royal College and Zahira. And tomorrow there'll be a couple of games as well. It'll be a battle of two teams from Mount Lavinia. St. Thomas's will be going over to Science College, where the game will be played at Air Force grounds. And of course, Trinity will be hosting newcomer Sri Sumangala. These are the top try scorers thus far. Visheka Silva of St. Peter's, no surprise there. Peter Wright right at the top of the charts. 2 rampaging victories, followed by Kavisha Dilhar of Wesley College. Shakib Zumri with 3 tries. Salit Gallage, also of St. Peter's, with 3 tries. And Dulaj Navodya, the Peter Wright skipper, with 3 tries as well. And these are the top try scorers in segment A. Visheka Silva, courtesy of those 7 tries, is right on top with 35 points. Shakib Zumri with 20 points leads the way, along with Kavisha Dilhara. Shihanda Umagalige, the DSN Naika skipper, with 19 points, is at 4th place, and Salit Galage, the Pete Wright place kicker, with a couple of tries and a few kicks from the tee, sits at 5th place with 17 points. So what we'll do is we'll go in for another quick commercial break, and we'll see you in time for kickoff.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
ටයිල් නන්නියමට මැච් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ටයිල් ඇල්ලුවේ මොනවලු?
ඕනෑම මතුපිටකට ඕනෑම තත්වයකට ජීවිත කාලයටම ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න අල්ලගන්න. ලංකාවේ SLS තත්ත්ව සහතිකෙන් පිදුම්ලත් එකම ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් සන්නාමය. ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැම සිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ, ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chill when lemon.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
රුපියල් 50 මැල්බන් සේවරි පොඩ්ඩෝ එක්ක මැච් එකට සෙට් වෙන්න.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Welcome back to the Zahira College grounds as we just get ready for kickoff. Both teams have gone into their dressing rooms to change into their playing kit, and joining me here in the commentary box for commentary duties today is Sabir Ahmed, tournament director of the Zahira Sevens. Sabir Kader, all the way from UK. Welcome.
Very good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Watching from Abdullah Yusuf, very good to be in the commentary box with you, and this is going to be an acid tester for home team Zahira College. Royal on the other hand coming from 2 out of 2 in down to Wesley College in the first game. They have their losing bonus point, and going into the second game against St. Joseph's, just the margin 4 points, 22 points to 26. And here they are going to face the real test, because we know how well Royal forwards dominated in that muddy conditions in Nittavella last week over Vidyartha College. All up for the opportunity, and it's all up for that 70 minutes. Who will score? It's going to be a really exciting battle, Abdullah Yusuf. Regardless to say, we'll go with the team cards. First, in terms of Zahira, Abdullah Naushad, Arid Karim, Amin Rifaz starting at that front row forward, and in the lock combination, Farhan and Captain Sabri. He is quite handy in terms of taking those territorial kicks in the penalties. And then in the loose forward, Navid, Rifraz and Arfat will combine together. And in the halfbacks, Basit Feroz, who is the original captain for under 16 team. He's a quite decent football player as well. He's doing the kicking duties. And Mohammad Farzan combining with Basit in the fly half position. And Binuka Pereira and Zain Zaim will be the wingers. And in the center combination, Hakim and Ijaz would be the center combination. And Abdullah will be the last man in the Zahira lineup. Let's have a look at the Royal team card.
Yes, Royal coming off two good victories. The experienced Tinet Kamage will be the tight head prop, followed by Naqib Ahmed and Afif Farooq. Yehan Veerasurya, one of the vice captains, along with Yoshita Jayasekara. Bhuvanika Senanayaka, the other vice captain, will be on the blind side. Altaf Aman and Aya Shyam will round out the third row. Shahid Mohideen and skipper Tiben Pereira will be the halves combination. Tiben moving to his customary number 10 position for this game. Didula Jayasuriya will be the blindside flanker. Nabil Yahya coming into that first center position, while Dasis Patirana will move out one place to the outside center position. Hiruka Janidu will be the left wing, and fullback will be Yuan Patirana. The replacements: Marika, Malalgama, Vikramaratna, Shafiq, Farooq, Yatavara, Mudunkotua, Fernando, Lakdev and Fahad. So Royal making an interesting positional shift, pushing their skipper to his more accustomed fly half position. I think Royal just yet experimenting a bit with their backline, Sabir. Not quite knowing what is their best combination, but probably slowly but surely will get those combinations right. And from Zahira's point of view, Sabir, you have to say it's been a bit of a slow start for their campaign. 2 tough victories, but I'm sure they'll want to put a really good performance in today.
Absolutely indeed, Abdullah, especially after losing 18 players who played last year. It's always tough in terms of getting a new team. Also, the new coaching staff, Shamli Nawaz, again taking the role as the head coach here. So like you said, it's going to be an interesting battle. Definitely Royal going with the advantage with those momentum, certainly. And quite interesting to see, Abdullah. Apparently, I just checked, there are 6 Royal players who are above 6 foot, and 2 players who are weighing 100 kg.
Yes, well, that was news to me. It'll be interesting to verify those stats again. There are definitely 2 of them, as you can see them standing next to skipper Tiben Pereira. Not quite sure of the rest of the players, but that's what the stats that have been provided for us. We'll now go in for the school anthems of both teams, and we'll rejoin you after the anthems are done.
There we go. That's the school anthem of Royal and Zahira, the home team. It's all a packed house here at Mardana. And Royal College will attack from right to left on your screens. Let's get some early prediction from former Royal captain who captained in 1997 and also coached and played for CRNFC as well, Abdullah Yusuf. Good to have you here. You're no stranger for Zahira. In fact, your father was the principal of Zahira College between 92 and 95, Abdullah.
Yeah, that's right. I just have fond memories coming to this ground when he was the principal many years ago. But overall, I think we're in for a really good encounter today. Royal obviously going in as favourites, coming off two pretty convincing victories. And these are the match officials for today. Gihan Yatavara, first assistant will be Charni Linage, and the second assistant will be Akila Senaratna. Interesting, the first assistant referee Charni, isn't it? She blew a A-division game last year. Great achievement for Sri Lankan rugby, and hope that she'll go from strength to strength in her refereeing duties. Just coming back to the game, yes, Zahira, you'd have to say pretty much in the rebuilding phase, isn't it? They had a really good team last year, as you said, a lot of players leaving their ranks this year, but I'm sure that they will looking to put a good performance in front of their home crowd today.
Yeah, first 10 minutes would be really crucial, Abdullah, in terms of having those momentum and territorial advantage. That'll certainly spice up the energy and the mental strength in terms of going into that 70-meter. But regardless of those scrums, regardless of those lineouts and the breakdowns, literally the game is in terms of running timing that's going to be only exist for 15 to 20 minutes, Abdullah.
Yeah, that's right. I think what Zahira will need to manage is the physicality that this Royal 8 is going to bring. If they can do that and just not give Royal too much front football, there's no doubt that they can cause problems to the Royal outfit.
Set here at Mardana, Zahira take the kick-off. And in the last game, there was some homework to do in terms of their kicking duties in the kick-off and the restart. Other than the territorial kicks where the captain's boots are going to come handy. Saibo, the captain. And I'm not sure why the delay is for.
So I think they were just trying to sort out the match ball which they want to start off with.
Unfortunately, we don't have the ref mic. We couldn't pick up on the communication. However, looks like, as Abdullah mentioned, something to sort with the match ball.
It's just coming to Zahira's true previous encounters. Although they went down Sabir, it was very close encounters, isn't it? So that would give them a little bit to work with. I'm sure Coach Shamli Nawaz would have used that to a greater extent in his preparation for this week. Still awaiting the kick-off. So there's a small hold up. Zahira celebrating their centenary last year in terms of playing rugby. And Sabir, great occasion it was at the race course, wasn't it? That inter-school sevens tournament. What a wonderful occasion. Had the privilege of commenting on it for the Papare, and it was great to see the participation at that encounter. Shows the history of Zahira College, one of the pioneer rugby playing schools in Sri Lanka. Were languishing in the lower divisions probably just about 5 years ago, but have done extremely well to make it to the top division, and they managed to maintain their place, which is great to see. I remember last year's encounter at the Royal College Sports Complex. It was 0-0 at half-time, this encounter between Royal and Zahira, and of course Royal ran away with it in that second half, but they definitely gave the Royalists a bit of a shake-up in that first half, and I'm sure they'll be looking to do that as well in this game as well. As you very correctly said, the start is going to be crucial.
Absolutely, and also thank you very much, Abdullah, mentioning about the centenary. Certainly a proud moment indeed, and so glad to have the legendary David Campisi walking through this Zahira College. It was one of my dreams to bring him to Sri Lanka, and I never thought it's going to be on the centenary. This is in addition to the global partnership with Leicester Tigers, but luckily, thank God, all set now. We have the correct match ball, and it's all kickoff time. Apologies for slight delay, and it's 21 minutes past 4 p.m. here at here in Sri Lanka, here at Zahira, and the weather condition is being really nice, quite overcast condition comparing to the humid condition an hour ago. Here's the kick by Hassan into 22, and the skipper, in fact it was fullback, kicked it, and he gives it to opposite skipper. Here's Saibo. It's a quite long pass. Zahira early on trying to work through their line, but excellent defensive work by Royal. Can the skipper rescue this Zahira? It was not a good decision by Mohammad Zain, who kicked that. It was barged in by Royal defense like a flash. This time Mohammad once again puts the kick. Nabil Yahya sends out to Royal. Number 12, that's Disas Patirana, and he was bundled into touch. So far it's even Steven in terms of the kickoff, but Royal certainly had the advantage. It was Zahira's mistake which Royal tried to capitalize, Abdullah.
Yes, that's something which Zahira will need to emphasize, a lot of emphasis in this game, to try and just play the game in Royal's half as much as possible. They don't want to get bogged down in their own half, especially considering that their pack is not as big as the Royal pack is.
Karim into the rescue. His throw almost won by Royal. Here's Zahira with a first real attacking threat. Vice Captain Ijaz going into contact. Here's the fly half trying to beat the first defense. Pretty slow rucking by both the teams. Here's another pick and go, and that time it was Ahmad. I'm not sure this is the right strategy, Abdullah, to play in the 22. This is what Royal does best. Perhaps they're trying to... There we go. As we mentioned, that's a turnover. And that was offside. And that was Abdullah who committed on that occasion. Here's Royal. Good hands coming. Hiruka goes into contact. Shahid Moidin wearing the number 9 shirt gives to the big number 5 Yoshita Situmina. Here's Royal. Bunaka Senanayaka breaks through the defense. Mind you, Royal still playing with the advantage. A slight fumble on that occasion by the scrum half. I think that was advantage over.
Yeah, that's right, but Zahira probably went for a couple of hits in their own 25 too many. Royal are very good at the breakdown, so probably they should have got it out a little bit early and cleared their lines. But we have to say the Royal wing three-quarter Hiruka Jayanidu did extremely well to get back into play and keep the ball alive. But Royal just not able to carry on that momentum, and they have turned possession over right on the 25. So it's an opportunity once again for Zahira to clear their lines.
It's quite a slow start from both the teams. In fact, we didn't see that lightning quick start, but here's the first break. Zahira, number 8, wearing number 5 shirt on. That was Ahmad. Saibo, the skipper, pick and go, cannot make any yards. This is where the box kick and other territorial kick comes handy, but looks like the strategy to play pick and go even on your 22. Already we witnessed a losing position. Royal very smart in terms of their breakdown. They certainly have those big forwards, but here comes the first exit kick straight away, and it's a knock on. Quite unfortunate to Hiruka, and playing offside. That was accidental. Hiruka Jayanidu didn't expect that. It was overcast condition. All of a sudden the cloud passes through and the sunlight came into his face directly. Quite unfortunate. However, Zahira will take this opportunity gracefully, and the captain Puts the kick right onto the commentary.
Just praising Hiroka for that wonderful step inside, and unfortunately not holding on to that high ball.
Here's Karim. Once again, Royal been outstanding. Not enough communication in terms of that line out. Here's Yahya. Nabil Yahya puts the ball. A very good kick. Almost 50 meter. And here's Zahira fumbles. Is that a knock on? Yes, indeed, it's a knock on. So, unforced errors by both the wingers. In fact, it was Ijaz, the vice captain, who's playing as flanker on that occasion, fumbles with the kick by Nabil Yahya. It was smart kicker in terms of gaining those territorial advantage. We are into the 6th minute of this Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024, and you're watching on your number one sports hub, the Papare. First scrum in favor of Royal. Shahid Mohideen. Yahya to the centers. Here's the fullback. That's Yuan Patirana. This is the big ball carrier, Yoshita. Here's some good hands coming again. Hiruka once again with that 11 shirt. Shahid Mohideen, the scrum half, gives it to another forward ball carrier that looks like Afif Farooq. Slow ball, slow, very slow in the ruck. Once again, that was Yoshita Situmina. Now this is a strategy. They can certainly open the gap out wide. Also they can use that fierce forward pack. Looks like a turnover. It is. No. Well handled by Royal. Keep the position inches away. Just a matter of a pick and go. Here's Mohideen to big number 4, Yehan Veerasurya. Mohideen again taking all his time. Here's the fullback. Is that the first try? Just short. Yuan could not score that into the whitewash. Again, Royal with the momentum. Excellent defense by Zahira. Discipline matters. We'll see how this Royal can make up as I speak. No, it's going to be a sin bin offense perhaps.
Yes, well, that was pretty cynical, you'd have to say, by Zahira. They did extremely well to thwart that Royal attack. Not quite sure they needed to employ that tactic right on the red zone. Yes, and referee Atavara had absolutely no option but to give that yellow card. That was really not necessary, was it, Sabir?
Absolutely not. Here's Royal with their... Oh no, looks like an accidental offside. Oh dear.
Was it that or that the tap wasn't taken correctly?
Really? Again, unfortunately, don't have the communication from the referees. So if that is the tap is not taken correctly, certainly it's a cardinal error by these Royal forwards. We'll see whether we can have a replay. Well. Referees more closer than us.
Yes, the ball has got to move from once it's been made contact with the foot, and on that occasion that did not happen. So referee Atawala very correctly awarding a scrum to Zahira. Royal probably in normal circumstances would have gone for a line out, but decided to take the short tap, but did not execute it properly, and as a result an opportunity for Zahira to clear their lines.
Here's Basit, feeds in. The scrum off, he's handy with the wing as well. Royal showing all their strength in that scrum, and that's a knock on. Fortunes and the opportunities still coming in favor of Royal College.
So I think Zahira have been erring on more than a couple of occasions so far in this game, just going for that extra ruck, keeping the ball at the breakdown a bit too long. This occasion, just keeping it in the scrum. It should be a quick strike and out, because you just don't want to keep it in that scrum for too long, because this Royal 8 definitely has got a weight advantage over the Zahira 8. So Zahira just got to be a bit smarter in how they execute.
Shahid Moideen with the feed. Can he snipe through? And that's a lovely scissor, and giving that center to run. This was Patirana. Pick and go, inches short, just a matter of one pick and go. Is that a turnover? And in fact, it was a knock-on advantage, if I'm not mistaken. No, Royal still with position. They are playing hanky-panky in the 22, in the red zone. Here's Moideen again, too slow on that occasion. Gives it to the tight head prop, Thinet Gamage, wearing number 3, and the hooker. Unfortunately, he finds a touch. Oh dear, oh dear. How many times do you see Royal having those momentum, not scoring a try, Abdullah?
Yeah, that's right, but you have to give a lot of credit to the Zahira defense. They've been fanning out, marking their players extremely well, making Royal run out of options. Have to say Royal also just going a little bit lateral on that occasion, deciding to go on the short side. But now it's a crucial line out for Zahira. 10 minutes into the game, they've done extremely well to keep Royal at bay so far, but they've had to absorb a lot of pressure in the process of doing that.
Here's Karim with the line out. Much better execution this time by Zahira. Basit sends out to the fly half, and Zahira working inside the 22. And that is offside. Looks like it was from the scrum half. A good opportunity to come out of jail.
Yes, I think on that occasion the Royal three-quarter line did not stay the 10 meters until the line out completed. And a good touch finder sends the game to the 40-meter mark. So as we have a look at that replay, or maybe next time. So just important that Zahira just maintain possession of the ball and just try and get into the Royal half and exert a bit of pressure, is this Sabir?
Absolutely indeed, Abdullah. You mentioned at the beginning last year it was 0-0 at the halftime, Abdullah. I don't know whether we are going to watch a similar game in this first half, but still there's lots of time remaining. Nearly 20 minutes, and here's Zahira with the first line out move. Royal trying to rescue or trying to turn over things on the breakdown. Much better work by Captain Saibo. He's been rescued by Abdullah and Amin. Another pick and go by hooker Karim. Another pick and go. Zahira playing 5 with fire. They are using Royals pretty much a dominant weapon, and here we go. This is the second time the tactics didn't work. Is that offside? Yes, that time the number 20 early committing in that defensive work, Abdullah. Will Royal go for 3 points?
I think they'll definitely go for touch from this distance, but Sabir just feel that Zahira is trying to keep it tight a bit too long, isn't it? Do understand that they want to try and get a bit more front football for their three quarters to run by, but the longer they keep it in tight quarters, it's going to favor Royal, isn't it? Because sooner or later Royal is going to pounce, and it's probably a tactic that they'll need to relook for the remainder of this game.
Absolutely indeed, Abdullah. If you watch DS Serenayaka, how well they managed their territorial battle, they showed so much respect to the St. Anthony's, although they have been underdogs. They attacked every move inside the opposite half. This is what perhaps Zahira should be doing it. I'm sure score is still 0-0. Maybe Coach Shamli Nawaz trying to change in terms of decision making to the players. However, Royal will take this and Nakib Mohammed with the throw in. That's a fumble, but it was collected by Bhuvanaka Sena Nayaka. Here's the big number 4, Yehan Veerasurya. Goes into contact, and this time the loose head for Afif Farooq. Again, too slow in terms of the release of the ball. Pick and go again. Nakib Mohammed with the duties. Here's Farooq. In fact, Shahid Moideen. And here's the first Amana Bank try coming to Royal College. Ayasham, the number 8, says thank you very much. Royal was so patient for the 14 minutes. And they knew for sure when they have those faces, the gap's going to create from the outside, Abdullah.
Yes, the correct word you used there, Shabir, patience. They just probed, and eventually Thiven identifying space out wide. Patirana offloading to Ayash, who put the finishing touches. So that was much better by Royal. Probably settled their nerves a bit. Very nervy first 15 minutes. You have to give Zahira a lot of credit for the way they defended. But you just felt, wasn't it, Sabir, the amount of time they were spending in their own half, it was going to catch up with them sooner or later. Nabil Yahya with the conversion. Interesting that Yahya has moved to the outside center position for this game. His first 2 years has been manning the last line of defense, but with the entry of Patirana to that number 15 jersey, Coach Dushant Lucas need to accommodate him in another position. That's a wonderful strike by Nabil Yahya. So Royal goes 7 points to 0. And I'm sure that'll just settle Royal's nerves a bit.
Absolutely. That was a peach of a kick by Nabil Yahya. And we're into the 17th minute. In fact, the second quarter for this first half. Still loads of time remaining. Just like you mentioned, Abdullah, certainly Zahira have to test the Royal 22, put some territorial kick and start playing in their half, because it was clear mismatch in terms of physicality, given away turnover position 3 times. Nevertheless, here's the restart. Basit puts the kick into 22. Yahya puts it back to Zahira skipper on the bounce, and he has no pressure whatsoever. And Royal defense up like a flash. Pereira with the ball in hand. This time quite uncharacteristic infringement by Royal at the breakdown. Zahira will take this, and skipper Saibo is the man who's in charge with putting those territorial touch.
As Royal forwards penalized for not staying on their feet at the breakdown. So an opportunity for Zahira to get back in the Royal half. Just like to see Zahira using their 3 quarters a bit and asking some questions out wide, isn't it, Sabir? Keeping it at close quarters for prolonged periods of time against this Royal 8 may not be the wisest of choices.
Here's Karim, again a knock on in the line out. Royal will take that opportunity. Quite unfortunate, Abdullah could not hold on. Here's Royal, good carry by the number 5 Yoshita Sitamina. Shahid Moideen, the halfback, gives it to the fullback with his educated left boot. He puts the ball into touch, 1 bounce into touch. Excellent piece of work by Royal. And that's coming from Yuan Patirana's boots.
It's interesting that Zahira decided to go to number 1 at that line out. Is that probably those the imposing figures of Veeraratna and Sena Naika, causing a bit of confusion for the Zahira hooker, Karim. But those are the kind of opportunities Zahira cannot afford to let go. Karim with an opportunity to make some amends. Found the mark, but it was not straight, unfortunately. So a scrum in favor of Royal. To see Royal's tactics from this position. There's a good short side to work with.
Here's another testing scrum. Scrum half. Shahid Mohideen feeds and gives it to the skipper. Here's Royal. They're trying to use the space out wide, and a lovely kick into the fullback Pereira. A lovely step indeed, and he puts the kick back into the Royal 15 Yuan Patirana, who's got some silky left boot coming from him. Knock on advantage. That was number 2. I think that came from Naqib Mohammed. He was going for the turnover, Abdullah, but quite unfortunate on that occasion.
Israel needed to do much better with that counter attack. They had Zahira on the ropes. I don't think many of the Zahira players were on side, but Royal just needed to be a bit more smart in how they went about that counter attack.
Basit with the feed in. Will there be a number 8 break? Perhaps that would be a good choice if that happens. Ahmad, no. Basit feeds to Kunchi. Kunchi to center. Zahira trying to test the Royal backs the defense. Karim, in fact, goes into contact by the fly half. Good hands, equally well tackled. Royal defense up like a flash once again. Here's Abdullah with the number 1 shirt into contact. Zahira still inside their own half. You can see the 50-meter mark. They are still to combat in the Royal opposite half, or inside the Royals half. Pick and go has been the strategy once again. Here's Basit to Mohammed. Mohammed steps and breaks and should have given the offload, but he was not in a position. Very good tackle coming from Royal. They're showing no urgency in terms of pick and go, Abdullah. I mean, this time the tight head prop. And Karim the hooker combining with him. Basit trying to make sure the forwards in the backs are well set. A big fumble by Tirusha. In fact, Yuan Patiran, the fullback, first fumble for him, and puts the kick back once again to him. In fact, there's no one. And the ball goes to the in-goal area. And this time it was Patirana, the skipper. Thivain puts the kick into touch.
Yes, you'd have to get, say, a net gain for Zahira on that occasion with that kicking duel. Zahira are asking questions of the Royal defense, but they're just not able to get over that gain line to pose a real threat. But they're definitely causing problems to the Royal defense. Just that, just that final finish is Sabir. Got to be a little bit more clinical and take the correct options at the correct time.
Yeah, Abdullah, much better keeping the Persian at least 6 to 7 face. This is what you need to build in terms of creating those gaps. But this is going to be a testing line out. We'll see whether Karim can make this line out accurate. There were a few fumbles, but this time the skipper with the rescue. Lovely offload to his vice captain. And here's Mohammed coming in. Too slow. Kunchi into the Ijaz. Ijaz breaks through. Almost the gap is open, but he was isolated. Almost a turnover. And the penalty in favor of the home team. Oh no, that was perhaps the right decision, Abdullah.
Yes, Referee Atawara indicating that there was no release. Unfortunately for Zahira, one of the few occasions they managed to get over behind the Royal first line of defense, but just not having enough players tracking to the breakdown. And Thivain Pereira has pushed play up to the halfway mark, but that was much better by Zahira. But as you could see on that occasion, just not having enough players down at the breakdown in time. And that's what Royal is very good at. They'll pounce on that loose ball. But Zahira definitely made a real fist of it in this first 25 minutes. They've defended extremely well, and when they've got the opportunity, they've definitely launched some very effective attacks.
Here's Nakib Mohammed with the throw in. This time, oh, excellent. Lovely executed on the line out. And Ihan Veerasurya with the pick, number 4, with that yellow and blue scrum cap. Neatly done. Here's Royal again taking the time, no pressure whatsoever. Shahid Moidin feeds it to his lucid prop, Tinet Gamage. In fact, it was tighted prop, number 3, and the ball goes loose. Still play on. Still play on, and in fact, knock on and Royal scrum.
Yeah, but terrific work by the Zahira forwards at that breakdown. They launched a counter attack and posed the problems to the Royal forwards. As you have a look at that once again, unfortunately, just not being able to hold on to that ball, did all the hard work at the breakdown.
With the conditions lovely, quite breezy, and certainly not like last week, but certainly this will help to get the gas petrol back into the system. Skipper sending it to his center combination. Good tackle this time on Hiruka Janidu. Royal with possession. Lovely step by Captain Thiven once again. There's gaps open up in the far corner. First touch, in fact, to Royals Didula Jayasuriya. And here's the big man. He was held as well. Here's Steven trying to create some gaps, and that's the center cuts inside. Justice Disas, in fact, I beg your pardon. And Pereira, Zahira number 11, trying to hold him up. Shahid gives it to Nabil Yahya. Nabil goes into contact, supports, arrives on time. Here's the scrum off once again, gives out to his big ball carrier Afif Farooq. Shahid again gives it to Thiven. Thiven to the center, and here's the number 14 Didula. Jayasuriya gives it to the 12 Disas Jayanidu, but Royal will have a penalty. Is that the call going to be? Yeah, they have the penalty option. There's 2 penalty option, in fact. Referees asking which penalty you want. Royal certainly will fancy the closest one to the touchline, Abdullah.
Yes, the pace at which that phases of play was carried out, it was just a matter of time before Zahira were going to step offside. This is the kind of situation Royal would cherish. Skipper Pereira will just slot it into touch, and they'll try and launch a driving maul, no doubt. So I've done really well to keep Royal at bay thus far, but you could just sense that fatigue is setting in, isn't it? Just trying to continuously stop those big marauding Royal forwards is no easy task repeatedly.
Absolutely, indeed. This is one of the Royals' key weapon in terms of scoring tries, especially just outside the 5 meter. A lovely collection. Here goes Royal. It was collected by Binuka Sena Nayaka, and Zahira trying to put the Royal bundling into touch, but it's not going to happen. And here comes the Royal second try. That's the Amana Bank try, and I'm not sure who was the player dotted that down. It looks like number 2, Nakib Farooq. That is pretty much Royals' trademark line-out drive.
Yes, and you just sense that once they got a little bit of momentum, it was going to be very hard for that Zahira to stop them. But I thought Zahira, they employed an interesting tactic, Sabir. They went to a side and tried to use the touchline to try and bundle Royal out. Just Royal's superior technique and awareness made sure that they stay in play, and Royal hooker Nakib Mohammed at the back of that
Nabil Yahya with the conversion, and this time slightly wide from the right hand uprights. However, Royal will go to the lead at the 30th minute in our clock, 12 points. Again, you can look at the body language, Abdullah. Like you mentioned, fatigue factor is coming.
A lot of tackles, isn't it, Sabir? Probably just going back to last year as well. Terrific defense up until half time, but sooner or later, just got to keep in mind that you just cannot repeatedly make those tackles and expect to stay in the game. So Zahira will need to try and launch a bit of attack, make those Royal forwards turn around and run back. So far, it's just been front football continuously for Royal.
Here's Hassan with the restart. 5 minutes away for the first half here at the Dialog Schools Rugby. And it is the week 3, and the fullback Hassan to take the restart. He puts the kick into the 22, and there's a fumble. Looks like a knock on. This time he finds the correct man. I think the culprit that time was prop forward Tinet Gamage, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was Afid Farooq, stand to be corrected, Sabir. But that's just pretty poor, really, from the kickoff to identify having your players in the correct positions.
Thank you for the correction, Abdullah. Here's that replay. It's a lovely high-hanging kick, and that time quite unfortunate for Farooq. It was not the exact ball-carrying position. I'm sure he was not trained quite a lot. It's not his duty. Very rarely a prop forward will receive the kickoff. Here's Zahira. Basit feeds in, gives it to Farooq. Oh, that's a mistake. But Zahira still with the position. He cannot be isolated. Taking his time. Basit. Trying to use Pereira, the winger, into that first receiver, the winger, trying to break those first line of defense. Again, Zahira was driven backwards this time. And, well, it was a penalty opportunity to go for the points, but this time taken quickly by Basit, and he gives it to the center. Good carry. Here's Zahira attack coming for the first time, showing some real threat as we speak. Royal will say thank you very much. Basit quite unfortunate at that breakdown.
Yes, I have no issues with Zahira doing that. I think that's the way they've got to play this game. I don't think going from set piece to set piece is in their flavor. Fortunately, it did not come off on that occasion, but no doubt that was the correct choice. They need to try and up the pace as much as possible and not get into too many contact situations with this Royal College outfit. Did not come out the way they would have wanted on that occasion, but tactically I think that's the way Zahira need to approach the game.
Here's a scrum, a first Royal scrum in their own 22. Mohideen gives it to, in fact, number 8 breaks. Puts the kick and testing time to Pereira. Do not let the rugby ball bounce. Pereira once again fumbles, and it's going to be a Royal line out. This is what happens if you let the rugby ball bounce. Go for it, use your legs, try to stop the ball. Here's that replay. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. And look at the Royal defense, Abdullah. By the time Zahira receives the ball, they are up like a flash again. So this is great signs for Royal. Nakib with the throw-in. Collected by Yoshita. He gives out to the skipper. Here comes the center. Disas joining that. Shahid Mohideen once again. A lovely step. I think it was Hiruka. Mohideen once again to the big number 4, Yehan Veerasurya rather. Shahid Moidin. Here's Yahya. Here's the skipper Thiwen. In fact, this is Nabil Yahya. Puts the kick into the open space with his left boot. And Zahira's Pereira with the rescue. In fact, quite a comedy of error on that occasion, but that's a decent clearance to put the ball into the Royal half. 2-on-1, easy draw and pass, basic stuff, basics wins in matches. However, it was a good tackle. Again, Mohideen. Here's a big prop forward. Patirana. And there's a Sena Nayaka, the flanker, and that's a knock on. That's a knock on, and in fact, it was not legitimate. Zahira pressure on the breakdown.
Yes, I don't think the Zahira scrum half was behind the hindmost foot on that occasion. You can just see Sabir, the pressure that the Royal attack is mounting on Zahira. It's definitely taking its toll. Thiwen Pereira once again finds good touch. So have a look at that once again. Sena Naika taking the ball up, drawing in about 3 defenders in the process. You could just see that coming on the side. He was not behind the hindmost foot. So referee Adawara right on the spot to identify the penalty. So probably the final play of this first half. Royal will want to get in one more score before they go into half-time. It's not been the most clinical of performances by Royal, but as this game has moved on, they have found a certain level of rhythm.
And Royal again with a trademark opportunity. Again, no pressure whatsoever. It was collected once again. Can they score the third try before the half-time? Looks like the third try is on its way, playing advantage. And Royal marching forward, and that's the third Amana Bank try for Royal College. Once again, that's a man with the number 2 shirts, Naqib Mohammed. Too easy for him.
Yes, it was a pretty tired effort by the Zahirite compared to their previous efforts. Royal have mounted attack upon attack on this Zahira defense, and Naqib Mohammed scoring his second Amana Bank try, and Royal's third. The conversion to come. Royal will be pretty happy the way they have completed this first half. Thought Zahira did really well in those first 15 minutes to keep Royal at bay, but Sabir just sensed that they needed to get some points on the board, isn't it? The longer the game went on without any points for Zahira, they were always going to find it very tough to come back.
Yeah, with the conversion, and Royal in pretty much a commanding position. Perhaps this could be the half-time. Our clock is not the referee's clock for your information. Here's Yahya. And this time he makes it, adds another 2 points. Excellent piece of work, and yes, that is the half-time as referee Adawara blows his whistle for the Lemons. So it's been a Royal advantage with 3 tries and 2 conversions, going with a handy lead in this half-time. Let's have a highlights of this. That's the halftime confirmation. 19 points to nil. And it's the halftime, and it's time to get some Melbourne savories to go cool into the halftime break. Royal probably won't need that, Abdullah. Maybe Zahira might need that in the halftime.
Yes, and we could do with a bit of Maliban snacks as well, because it's been a really absorbing first half. Zahira just not being able to get any points off the board, made a lot of tackles. It'll be interesting to see in the second half whether that's going to come back to haunt them. So we have a look at the highlights of that first half. It was Zahira who kicked off, and the first try coming courtesy of Royals number 8, Ayesh Shyam, after some good work by the Royal forwards along the fringes. Nabil Yahya did really well with his conversion, and from that point onwards the Royal 8 just took over, and courtesy 2 tries by Naqib Mohammed through 2 driving mauls sees Royal sitting pretty 19 points to nil at half time. You could see even the Royal inside centre Dasis Patirana joining in that driving maul. So that's the situation here at Maradana. Royal leading 19 points to nil at half time, and we'll see you on the other side with the second half kickoff.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayama mihirai. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chill when a lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
ටයිල් නන්නියමට මැච් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ටයිල් ඇල්ලුවේ මොනවලු?
ඕනෑම මතු පිටකට ඕනෑම තත්වයකට ජීවිත කාලයටම ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න අල්ලගන්න. ලංකාවේ SLS තත්ත්ව සහතිකින් පිදුම්ලත් එකම ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් සන්නාමය. ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
Vibe account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Train එකේ ඇල්ලකින් සෆාරියෙන් යාලේ ඇවිත් අලි බලස්සුවට තියන් සෙල්ෆි ගහමු වරෙන් මචං උතුර දකුණේ කොහේ ගියා ට්‍රිප් වන් එක ඩබල් වෙන්න කොතුමි රසට හදා නැති නැතක ෂෙයා කරන් කමුද මචං ප්‍රීමා කොතුමි ෆන් තමයි.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම ජිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම ජිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat car radials. The road is yours.
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ්. ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
රුපියල් 50 මැල්බර්න් සේවරි පොඩ්ඩෝ එක මැච් එකට සෙට් වෙන්න.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Welcome back once again for the second half action here at Zahira College, Mardana, and Royal leading handily 19 points to nil. Zahira College, the home team, is yet to trouble the scoreboard. Abdullah, what would be the message from the half-time by Coach Shamli Nawaz and his team?
So I think they'll probably look to try and play the game with a bit more width in this second half. Just felt they were going for just that contact one too often. Do understand they want to try and create space outside, but probably overdid it a bit in that first half. But you just got to keep in mind, Sabir, that defensive effort by Zahira, what kind of impact it's going to have, especially during the latter part of this second half. You did sense that in that last 10 minutes or so, there was a bit of fatigue setting in into the Zahira outfit.
Here we go, Royal with the kick off, the skipper Thiven puts the kick into the 22. A lovely high hanging kick. Certainly put his opposite number. That is Zahira, skipper, under pressure. Using the height and the sunlight.
Yeah, well, not the start Zahira would have wanted. Good opportunity for Royal to launch an attack. Just about 15 meters away from the try line. Mohammed with the throw in.
That's the first.
Naika, but some good pressure applied by Zahira at line out.
That's the first line out error by Royal. Oh, that's not a good pass. Opportunity for Zahira. But that's fullback Yuan with his left boot. A beautiful kick indeed. But still ball in play. Here's Zahira with the counter. Another kick chase. This time Yuan much controlled and trying to find his support, but he was isolated. Zahira defense playing offside. So Royal with the advantage to come.
Discipline letting Zahira down on that occasion. Just needed to wait for the kicker to put his players on side, but that was not the case. So Thiven will try and drive play back into the Royal 22. Which he does successfully, not right into the 22, but just outside. But that was a good line out steal by Zahira. Let's see whether they'll be able to do that once again.
The difference from the goal line, it's 22 or it's 20 or it's 24, doesn't really matter for Royal. And here's two-try scorer Nakib Mohammed with the throw-in. This time Yehan Veera Surya makes no mistakes. Royal marching forward with their one of the key strengths, and that's advantage to Royal. Hiruka with the touch, taking all the time. Looks like a replacement scrum have been brought in. Savista Fernando. Here's Mohammed. Almost a turnover, and it is a turnover.
Yes, going off the feet is the call. Hooker Nakib on that occasion isolating himself. And some really good work by the Zahira defense to draw that penalty. Just wondering whether Mohammed would have done well to sling the ball out wide. He had a penalty advantage. Decided to keep it tight. As you can see, it was Tinet Gamage not staying on his feet.
And the kick doesn't find much of a distance, still inside the 22. Skipper Saibo could not execute that kick properly. However, Zahira with the line out, Karim, and it was received by Rifnaz, the second row. Here's the captain, picks and goes, and looks like what's that call? Unfortunately, we don't have the call from the referee's mic.
I think again Thiven Pereira being penalized for not maintaining 10 meters from that line out. According to referee Yatawara, the line out did not move from its axis. So Yatawara needed, Thiven Pereira needed to stay 10 meters. He couldn't advance. So a reprieve for Zahira. And this time, good touch finder, almost taking play to the halfway mark.
Yeah, first time Thiven, the captain, making an error. You always want to turn the ball in terms of position in your side, especially in your attacking in the opposite 22. And it looks like 4-man line out, 3-man rather. Perhaps that's the way to do it, but lost position. Royal with that thanking note with the position. There's nothing but to use the forwards, and I don't think that's a correct decision, but the player on that occasion playing offside, he was in front of the kicker. The scrum half, Savista, the replacement scrum half who came off the bench.
There's a bit of indecision by the Royal scrum half. Probably the forwards were not in position to receive the ball at the correct time, decided to go to the boot. But unfortunately for him, the supporting players were in front of the kicker. So another opportunity for Zahira to drive play in further down into Royal's half.
Zahira, meters by meters, going into the opposite half. Karim with the throw in. Good pressure once again. This time managed to keep the ball in position. A bit slow. Kunchi sends out to Ijaz. Ijaz runs laterally. He's straight away changes direction and goes into contact. He cannot be isolated. Fly half playing as the halfback, using the Saibo in the middle. Pick and go by Abdullah. Here's Basit. Gives it to the fullback. Breaks the first line of defense. Can he go all the way? In fact, it's the number 13. And that's the first Amana Bank try for Zahira College. It's in fact it was BMA Hassan. And that's a nasty injury as well for one of the Royal players. But we'll come back to that. This is some momentum for Zahira College, Abdullah.
Well, we were calling for it, wasn't it, Sabir? Chance that Zahira rather going to pose any threat to Royal was out wide. And some wonderful footwork by the Zahira fullback. Making a dashing run almost 40 meters, evading at least 3 Royal defenders to go under the post and get Zahira's first try. Abdullah Hassan is the person who will get Zahira's first Amana Bank try. Brilliant work by Zahirians. We've been calling for it, isn't it, Sabir? Zahira have got to take a chance and play the game with a bit of width. Just cannot afford to keep it at close quarters and ask questions of the Royal defense. Yes, Hassan breaking one tackle, getting to round the second line of defense, and the Royal fullback Patirana was in no position to make that tackle, and as a result Zahira getting their first try.
Correction, that was scored by Hakim wearing number 13, and it was not the fullback Hassan. However, Royal with the restart. There is still a concerning injury. It was Royal's number 8 Ayashiam. Nursing his left knee. And the looks of it, it all looks good for him to
That's the last thing Zahira would have wanted, getting a little bit of momentum their way and knocking the ball on, handing the initiative right back to Royal.
Now Royal just on the 22 with a really good attacking opportunity. That's not on the call. It was not nice and square. Here we go. Royal with the scrum straight away. Big run by Disas Patirana with the number 12 shirt. Here's the fullback. Here's Royal's winger. Jayasuriya. And this time Nakib Mohammed scored 2 tries. Here's Royal. Good recovery. And here's the option and the space. And that's not a good pass. Could not capitalize position. Quite unfortunate. And here's that replay, Abdullah. That's sends out wide. Disas Patirana gives it to Hirusha. It's a diving effort on that occasion, Abdullah.
It's a bit unfortunate for Royal. Just trying to run the ball, but Patirana not finding his mark. There was hardly any pressure on him. Needed to do a bit better with that distribution.
Here's Zahira scrum. Basit, the halfback. And whoa, this is interesting by Pereira. What is he doing inside the goal line? And here's the opposite number, Yuan Patirana, Royal fullback. Big carry again. Tinet Gamage. Yahya with the switch and a dummy. He's been brought down by Zahira fly half. Another carry by Yoshida Situmina. Advantage in favor of Royal. Big carry again by the lock forward. Here's the tight head prop. Afif Farooq knocks it on, but it was an advantage play.
Yes, again Zahira being made to make a lot of tackles, just not helping their cause. Royal forwards will run all day at you. Fortunately, Gamage on that occasion knocking the ball on in contact.
This is quite surprising call, Abdullah. I thought they would fancy going into that bonus point try. Maybe that early second half try from the home team. Maybe Royal thought to show some discipline and respect.
Yeah, well, very interesting call indeed. But probably it's a credit to Zahira as well. Royal probably wanting to just give themselves enough of a cushion. Need to keep in mind there's still some way to go in this second half.
Nabil Yahya with the kick, and he makes no mistake. 3 points more. So that's 22 points to 7. We are still in the early hours of the second half. This is Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024, and you're watching on your number one sports sub, the Papare. Zahira have to show some urgency, Abdullah, coming into that restart. Yes, they're waiting for the ball. Here's Hassan with the restart into Royal hands, and that's a lovely clearance. Brilliant kick indeed. Zahira fly half sent it to fullback Hassan. A bit of kick tennis, some great exchange, and this was a good kick. Has he overcooked it? If it's remained in the in goal, it's going to be a goal line kick.
Yes, you'd have to say that that's again for Royal. Patrena probably a bit lucky that the ball stayed in play. Looked as if it was going over the goal line, but was not the case.
Perhaps this is where the game sense and game awareness should have come, because he had no pressure. Should have picked the ball and should have make few yards and then kick inside the 22, or perhaps continue that running momentum. And that in goal dropout, it was collected by the replacement number 24. That's Iris Farouk.
Royal launching an attack on the left flank, but Zahira have done well to use the touchline to good effect and bundle the Royal wing 3/4 into touch. I think it was Hiruka Janindu. Just needed to show a bit more awareness to try and stay in play.
Still inside the 22, Zahira line out. First point is to make the throw and win the line out. There is a fumble. There is a fumble. Not enough accuracy.
Yes, some good pressure applied by I think it was Sena Nayaka, Royal blindside flanker. Just managing to get in the middle of that line out throw. It's like referee Atawara having a conversation with his assistant. Number 2 has been called up. It's Naqib Mohammed.
What is that call, Abdullah? Looks like number 2.
High tackle is the call. So Mohammed just over eager, I guess. It's a chance for Zahira to clear their lines. And that's a really good touch finder, driving play into almost the halfway mark.
Now with this line out, it's all about coming into the opposite half, opposite territory. Play that territorial game. Again, sure, there's so much pressure coming in this line out. Royal have turned over more than 3 lineouts, 3 Zahira lineouts. And this time it was gifted to Royal College. Again, accuracy comes into factor, certainly feeling the pressure. We can go by Yoshida Situmina. Too slow, looking for support. Yehan Veerasurya gives it to Nabil Yahya. Here's a counter. Sahibo, the captain. And that's not a good offload or a good pass, but first knock on by Royal. So the position will remain with Zahira scrum.
Yes, a lot of indecision by the Royal attack on that occasion. Just not being able to find any rhythm. You can see Sena Naika just delaying that pass, putting Yahya under a bit of pressure. And Yahya losing the ball in contact. Zahira, scrum just about 10 meters away from the halfway mark.
Here's Zahira with the scrum. And there's a change in the halfback combination as well. Lovely break by Kunchi. Shoaib is the new halfback. Almost a turnover by Nakib Mohammed. Royal number 2. Pick and go on the 50-way mark. How long Zahira will take this? And here's the replacement scrum off, sends it to the halfback Mohammed, and he puts the ball into boot, and that's a pretty decent territorial advantage. Looks like it's coming from Royal. It could perhaps be a Zahira line out. Or is it 50-22?
There's some good vision by the Zahira fly half. Mohammed identifying space at the back, realizing that there's nothing on, and believe it is a 50-22. So an opportunity for Zahira. Try and
I don't think that's the right call, Abdullah. I thought that the last pass from scrum off, it came from outside the 50-meter mark, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, referee's call will stand, and here's a golden opportunity for Zahira to cut the deficit, and the line out once again. Pressure mounting from Royal College. Here's the rescue work, and here's Saibo, the captain. He cannot be isolated. Ihan Veerasurya. Here's Zahira. Poor execution in terms of their backs movement. However, position still remains. Shoaib, the halfback, to Mohammed. Excellent tackle. Absolutely smashing tackle. And Ahmed with the number 5 into contact. Fumble. This is what you call it schoolboy rugby, and that is certainly a schoolboy mistake or schoolboy error.
There was some terrific work there by the Royal number 8, Shyam. Could see that, made the tackle, got on his feet, and applied a lot of pressure on that Zahira at the breakdown. Have a look at that once again. Shyam making that tackle. Brilliant technique, getting on his feet and driving Zahira backwards, resulting in pressure being applied. So some good work by the Royal number 8. Started off as the open side flanker, but Samarakon getting an injury in that very first game, resulting in Shyam needing to move to a rather unfamiliar number 8 position. Links up with his scrum half, who gets the ball out to Yahya, takes it into contact. Big strong run by Situmina. Good recycle ball. Our forwards making inroads, giving their three quarters some good front foot ball to work with. They've got the ball out to Jayasuriya, but again just bundled into touch. It's something which wing three quarters just need to keep in mind. They need to step in play and create that extra phase.
Opportunity to Royal, put into touch and try famous driving maul, and perhaps now they are trying to eye on their bonus point, all important bonus point, because bonus point did play a significant part in terms of last year's points table. Maybe a little too eager with that call. Nakib Mohammed taking all his time, no pressure whatsoever. York Royal with the advantage. That's number 6, Buenaka. This time Zahira wins the first line out or steals the line out, but Royal dots that down. That's another Amana Bank try. Comes from Zahira mistake. It was Altaf Aman who kept his pressure on the opposite number.
Yes, you just thought that Zahira did really well to spoil that line out, but looks like the steal just did not go in their favor. The loose ball, Royal flanker, open side, Aman Altaf pouncing on that loose ball. Score another Amana Bank try for Royal.
4 tries scored, bonus points secured, and perhaps time for coach Dushant Leke to make some changes because they are in a commanding position. And Nabil yet again makes no mistake with the conversion.
Has had a much better day today. The boot came off the bench in the first couple of games and just couldn't find his range, but he's been on point today with most of his kicks. Will give him a lot of confidence for the remainder of the season. So Royal further extending their lead, 29 points to 7. As we have a look at that, Royal did brilliantly well to pinch that line out. The only thing I can say, Sabir, I don't think even the Zahira own teammates expected that there will be a steal
from the line out. Absolutely. Here's a restart again into the 22. No pressure for the replacement number 21. Royal testing their backs. Here's the skipper. Lovely hands, but quite unfortunate. It was not accurate enough, which means Zahira will have a line out in the Royal half. If that pass would have been accurate, Abdullah, we could have seen some.
It's a bit unfortunate, not for the first time in this game. The three quarters just not able to find their mark. As you very correctly said, Sabir, clear overlap on that occasion. It's areas of the game Royal just need to brush up a bit because there'll be much tougher tests ahead. Just entered the final 10 minutes of this game. A scrum right on the 25. Wonderful attacking opportunity for Zahira. Just hope that they'll spread the ball wide, isn't it, Sabir, and just ask questions of the Royal three-quarter defense.
Shoaib with the feed in. Captain Sabri breaks and feeds again to Shoaib, and a lovely move, a good scrum play. Here's Ijaz, breaks through. Here's a lovely offload to Kunchi. Can he offload to number 21? And unfortunately, he knocks it on. Oh dear, that's a golden opportunity. A great set piece move, in fact.
Yeah, wonderful set piece move. 8-9, and then to the inside flanker. Just caught the Royal defense absolutely napping. And a wonderful offload to the Royal Zahira skipper, who offloaded it to his teammate Imtiaz. Unfortunately, just losing the ball in contact. But it just shows Sabir, Zahira three quarters have a bit of enterprise in them, isn't it? I think if they just employed these tactics a little bit earlier, probably been able to ask much more questions of the Royal defense.
Here we go. Royal with the scrum inside the 5 meter. In fact, the 5 meter scrum. And the replacement halfback Savista Fernando feeds that to the fullback Yuan. He kicks it to his opposite number. Oh, lovely work, lovely step, but he cannot be isolated. That's Zahira's number 19. Rifnaz once again. In fact, lucky enough, it was Royal's infringement at the breakdown, hands on the ruck.
Yes, a bit lucky was Zahira on that occasion. So have a look at that once again. It was Sena Naika. Yes, you'd have to say that was the correct decision. Not supporting his body weight in entirety. Had one hand on the ground. Yatavara right on the spot to identify that.
If it's probably any other team, Abdullah, they would fancy going into line out, knowing the fact so much pressure mounted, and given the fact on the last scrum, perhaps that confidence has come to opt for the penalty scrum. Shoaib with the feed. Here's Mohammed. Wow, brilliant work, brilliant counter. This is the power of Royal forwards. That was a clear mismatch. Excellent piece, excellently done. Here's Kunchi.
Just again bunned into touch, but fortunately high tackle is the call. The Royal wing three quarters just need to be a bit smart when they're on the close to the touchline, isn't it, Sabi? They need to try and step in and create that additional phase. Far too many times in this game they have run along the touchline and just not given themselves much space for the supporting players to come and form the next ruck.
Just over 3 minutes in our clock, and Royal with another opportunity just outside the 22. Naqib Mohammed to do the line out duties once again. Easy as you like, collected well. Here comes the attack, the driving, trademark driving maul. 5 meters in front. Referee says once, use it once. Zahira defense. Royal moving forward once again. Smart play. Same maul moves forward. Yahya goes into contact as the first receiver. Is it good? Good position, good recovery. And that's a wayward pass collected, however, by Yuan Patirana, the fullback. And here, oh dear, that's a golden opportunity.
Yeah, well, not for the first time. I think it was Mohammed Fahad on that occasion. Royal three quarters just unable to find any rhythm in today's game. Fahad running along the touchline, losing the ball in contact.
In fact, good defense to stop the ball carrier.
Just another break. One of the Zahira players gets some treatment.
In the meantime, St. Peter's College won 25 points to 10 over the Double Blues Wesley College. And also, Abdullah, we have to pick the NDB player of the match.
Yes, there are some pretty good performances, primarily from the Royal 8. You'd have to say, I don't think Royal three quarters did much justice to the amount of possession they had. Thought Royals hooker Naqib Mohammed had a good game, as well as the usual suspects Yahan Veerasuriya and Bhuvaneka Senanayaka. But if I had to go, I'd probably go with Royals number 8, Ayash Shyam. Thought he was pretty outstanding today in the loose. Get back to that, a big scrum by Royal once again. But went beyond the 90s, Yatavara's call. Yes, so there have been some good performances by the Royal 8, as mentioned. Aman Altaf was pretty outstanding with his work rate as well. But probably for me, today's man of the match is Shayam Altaf. Had a big game in the loose. Made some big tackles. Was very good at the breakdown as well. So Zahira with the feed. This time Royal pinned for collapsing.
Tap and run. That's the only opportunity. We are in the final minute in our clock.
I don't think they're going to do that. Just 5 meters out from their try line, Sabir. So taking a short tap and deciding to go deep and chase. Not a bad call. Patirana lets the ball bounce inside the 22 and a long ranging kick. Chance for Zahira to launch a counter attack. Just can't understand why he would take so much time.
Lucky enough to get a penalty. In fact, give away a penalty. Holding on. And Nabil Yahya. Yeah. Quick tap. And goes through the defense. And there comes the big supports on time. And that looks like the hat-trick try. In fact, no, that was number 5. Yoshida Situmina scores that Amana Bank try right on the final minute of this play.
Yes, some good work by Nabil Yahya, taking that quick tap, catching the Zahira defense unawares. And Yoshita Jayasekara scoring another Royal Amana Bank try. So Royal will end up as convincing victors, but have to say it was not one of their more polished performances, but they will be pretty pleased with the way they ended this second half. It was a pretty slow start at the beginning of that second half, but managed to catch that up in the latter stages of this game.
And the conversion, unfortunately it's wide. So well, we still have a few minutes remaining in the referee's clock. 34 points to 7. Here's Nabil Yahya, great thinking, no one in front, takes a quick tap and try to find that space. And look at this supportive run. 2 big forwards, quick release, and then Yoshida Situmina dots down in the whitewash for the 5th try. Can Zahira do something for consolation, Abdullah? This is what takes the momentum for the next week. Yes, the scoreboard shows lots of difference. However, certainly the decision making in the first half is certainly not what you want to have, especially when you play this mighty Royal side. Another good carry, pumping his knees. Think it was replacement. And you're here once again. Gonna step and a fend and into space. Again using the shorter side. Lovely hands. And the offload finds in fact it goes into touch with the deflection of a player. Perhaps this could be the final move. Referee Atavara checks his watch, and it is going to be a Royal line out. Yes, it is a Royal line out. Oh, this time Buenaka could not capitalize that with the number 6 shirt. Here's Zahira and puts the kick into space, and the fullback says, Mark, no pressure. Why should he say? And the He puts the kick into his opposite number. And Zahira, fullback. But was it 50-50? Would be an interesting replay.
Yes, that was Okita Mudankotua. Thought he did brilliantly well to get into the correct position, but referee deemed that the ruck had already formed.
Here's the captain Saibo. Puts that kick into the opposite half. Again, talking about consolation. This is where the grit will help the momentum. At least if you can come up with some points. I'm sure there's so many disappointed Zahira fans. First game against Wesley, 14 points to 21. Wesley winning that game, and then against Joseph's 26-22. And Royal once again steal this line out. Too easy.
Another rampaging run by Gamage, or rather by Situmina. Royal 3. That was a stray hand. Dare I say, won't be surprised if the referee goes to the pocket, but shows a bit of leniency. Royal take a quick tap, and Situmina trying to take a quick tap, changes his mind, and that will be the final play of the game. Royal ending up as convincing winners, 34 points to 7. Zahira had their moments, but unfortunately just could not be consistent enough in attack. And Royal, courtesy their superior forwards, managing to get their third consecutive victory.
Absolutely, that's a full score. And Maliban Lemon Puff will keep you chill all day long. No artificial colors or flavors. Chill when lemon. Maliban Lemon Puff. It's time for us to chill. Abdullah Yusuf, congratulations. Former captain, of course, Abdullah, captain 97 Royal outfit. And a much convincing win at the end of week 3.
Yes, rather convincing victory for Royal at the end. As we'll go through the highlights of the second half. Just a wonderful try by Zahira's outside centre. I think it was Hakim on that occasion. Just the start Zahira would have wanted. There was a sense that there would be a revival, but Royal came back immediately, courtesy a Nabil Yahya penalty. And then Zahira did really well to steal that line out, but probably taking his own teammates unawares, and Aman Altaf pouncing on that loose ball in the in-goal area for another Royal try. Yahya made no mistake with the conversion. And then Yahya taking a quick tap, catching the Zahira defense unawares, and then a quick recycle. And it was Situmina who was out wide, using his good physique to go over for Royal's final score.
Yeah, the key stats at the full time, Zahira College 1 try and a conversion, and Royal College rock like a solid like a rock, in fact I should say, 5 tries, 3 conversion and a penalty. And Ayashyam, Royal College number 8, adjured as the NDB Bank Player of the Match by Abdullah Yusuf. And there's more action coming in tomorrow. Science College hosts St. Thomas's. That's a Mount Lavinia derby at Air Force Grounds. And Sri Sumangala College will host Trinity College at Bogambara Grounds tomorrow. So those two games you can watch live on Papare. And that's all we have from here, Zahira College ground. And myself, Sabir Khader, and Abdullah Yusuf, along with our technical crew, we like to say good night, and we'll see you tomorrow with live action.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipi de, rasa lemon rasa ye, jeevithayama mihirai. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chill when a lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
Vibe account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
අප්පා හරියට waterproof කරේ නැත්නම් ටයිල් වල සල්ලි ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ගිය සල්ලි සේරම වතුරේ.
ඉහළ ටෙන්සයිල් ඇඩිෂන් සහ ක්‍රැක් බ්‍රිජින් හැකියාව සමගින් ඔබේ නිවාස සියලු ජලකාන්දු වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer. ජලකාන්දුවට තිත.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
කොහොමද මචං? ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆන් තමයි.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැම සිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chill when lemon.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
ටයිල් නම් නියමයට මැච් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ටයිල් ඇල්ලුවේ මොනවලද?
ඕනෑම මතු පිටකට ඕනෑම තත්වයකට ජීවිත කාලයටම ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න අල්ලගන්න. ලංකාවේ SLS තත්ත්ව සහතිකෙන් පිදුම්ලත් එකම ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් සන්නාමය. ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Beepa right. Beepa right. Studies ikai jobs deka tuna karanda.
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
රුපියල් 50 මැලිබන් සේවරි පොඩ්ඩෝ එක මැච් එකට සෙට් වෙන්න.